Hey guys, this is Matt with CrossFit Sanitas. I'm here with Justin. He's a physical therapist here at Cascade Sports Injury Prevention, based out of Arvada, Colorado. Great guys to see if you're having any pain issues, or if you notice you have any restrictions in range of motion. You really can't get into some of the positions you need to for this CrossFit game. So Justin's going to start and help us with some ankle mobility issues. Specifically, our number one restriction I'm seeing with our squat. With a bad squat, a lot of the movements we do in CrossFit are next to impossible. So Justin's going to talk a little bit about what's going on with the ankle restrictions in that squat and how can we make them better.
So there's a couple main areas that can reduce the range of motion there at the ankle. One being soft tissue, calf tightness, soleus tightness, gastroc tightness, those types of things. So if you're going down, you're feeling a pull down the back of that leg, good chance you're going to have some of that calf tightness, soft tissue tightness. We'll have to go through some stretches. I'll go through specifically how we like to do that. And then the other one is you start to go down. If you feel like you just hit a block or you're getting a pinch in the front of that ankle, it could be that you don't have the glide of that talar curl joint. So as your leg comes down, you got inside part of that leg, outside part of the leg. Each one has a bone that comes down. Inside that, you have a talus bone, kind of creates a mortise. And so in order to bring those toes back or to advance that shin over that foot, you have to be able to have that glide. So we're going to go over both those. So two quick tests that we use. First one, I'm just going to have Matt do an overhead squat. So he's going to put his arms in the air. Typically, you can use a PVC pipe. We'll just watch Matt go down, see what things look like. Matt here looks pretty good, but his heels do come up a little bit. So you'll either see heels come up or go ahead and go down again. The other one that we see commonly with poor ankle mobility is they dump the trunk. So he's way out here because he can't get those knees to advance over the toes. So quick and easy test to correct that. We just take two plates, put them side by side, have Matt put his heels up on there, and he's going to do the exact same thing. By raising that heel up, it reduces the demand at that ankle joint. If that looks better, we know that some of that issue of that overhead squat is coming from ankle mobility. Another test that we use, I'm just going to have Matt stand with his 2 feet together. So they're going to come all the way in. He's going to try and sit all the way down, see if his butt can touch the back of his heels. If it cannot, again, that's another way that we might find that he has an ankle restriction. So we're going to come in, we're going to focus on those ankles. The two things we want to look at, like I said, are the soft tissue as well as that joint mobility. So soft tissue is the stretch that everyone knows. The way that I like to stretch them out is, we'll use this here. I'm going to have Matt put his hands on there, 1 foot in front of the other, making sure back leg and back foot is straight, and making sure he maintains an arch. If he stretches and lets that arch collapse, you're going to feel that stretch disappears from that calf pretty well. So he's going to maintain that arch. Weight's going to be on the outside of that foot. Feels a good stretch. He's going to hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. After he does that, he's just going to bend this back knee, drop that butt back, leave the heel on the ground. That should shift the stretch down just a little bit more to the soleus, because both of those muscles can restrict ankle mobility when you're going into that squat. All right? And then the other one that we like to do when we're looking at that joint mobility is we do a banded glide. So we're going to hook a band around the front of that talus bone, that ankle joint, and have that drive backwards. Easiest way to do it, hook a band to the bottom of the squat rack here, and then I actually like to put a plate on top of the band because that's going to improve the angle of pull. Let me slip the shoe off real quick. Best to do this one with no shoe on. Matt's going to slide his foot inside the band here. Band's going to hook just underneath those ankle bones. Leaving that plate on the ground is going to have that angle of pull on that band pulling down. And Matt's just going to work driving that knee forward, out over his toes, shooting to keep that knee over kind of the second, third, fourth toe, somewhere in that middle of the foot. And he's just going to work driving that knee forward, pulling that ankle bone back to help with that joint mobility within there.
Cool.
All right.
So I'll be working on these daily, as you saw by my ankle mob. I'm going to do this on the reg, try to improve that squat. Going overhead especially, for pistol squats, you'll definitely find that ankle restriction. It's going to keep you from getting a good pistol. So start working on these mobility drills. We'll be back with hip issues and other limitations we see with the squats. Thanks, guys.